No, it was bad. It was a bad day, and I knew I had lost uh, a vital pillar
He wasn't
in
ill?
my life. No, he wasn't. He actually had a workout about 2 days before. Everything was all right. His ECG was fine. Everything was fine.
So what happened in the bathroom?
I don't know. I think it was just one of these sudden death syndromes. Nobody will ever be able to tell that story, but I think he just maybe had a catastrophic event.
What kind of father was he?
He was different from every other father that I knew. He loved his children very deeply, very, very deeply. But he had the dilemma, which, looking back now, at my age, he also knew he had a mission to fulfill. So that was the dilemma, sharing the time between what he had to do for others and what he had to do for his children, his family. So what he did, when I was really little, when he was going to the office, he would call me to carry his briefcase or his files to put in the car. I think that was just his way of telling me that, there was a bond, So I put the briefcase or the files in the car, and when he arrived from work, he would whistle. He had special whistles for all of us. But I think because I was the youngest one, I was the carrier of the whole family. Ola Tooks, that was the whistle. He had a parrot at that time that used to mimic that whistle, that stupid parrot. So he would whistle, and I would run downstairs and get his stuff into the house. And then he always had a box of chocolates in his drawer. And when you were good, you got a chocolate or two. And when you were bad, you could forget it. But then as we grew older, he used to have sessions with us, special sessions. We would sit and chat, and he would talk to us, philosophize. I remember one special session. Sometimes we would do just sing together, hymns. There was one special session in this sitting room here, which I will never forget. It was he and his children. And he said, just out of the blue, he said, do you realize that my name, that is his name, has taken a life of its own? Well, there was no answer to that one. He said, even I, referring to himself, even I use that name. And he said, if you use that name is available to all of you to use. If you use it wisely, it will work for you. But if you don't, you're on your own.
What name?
His name.
Awolowo.
I think it meant more than that, that if you use the connection, the fact that you are his child, not necessarily call yourself Awolowo, but if you make it known that you are related to him or that you are his offspring, it will work for you. But if you don't, he said, you are on your own. But before he started saying that, the first thing he said was that you do realize that I'm a mystic. And I just thought, where is Papa going with this one? And so that was one particular session that I will never forget. But he tried to make time. Sometimes we would just sit and chat, and he was quite a humorous person, actually.
Humorous?
Yes, humorous.
He made you laugh?
Yes. And sometimes we would tease him because he didn't have time for all these colors, turquoise and all these funny colors, and he would say, Papa doesn't know colors. I know colors. I can match things together. I don't have to know what their names are, those colors. I just, it's just things like that. And sometimes when he wanted to go out, he would wear something so casual, maybe Ankara or cotton fabric. And Mama would say, where are you going? And he said, I'm going to so. You cannot go out in this outfit. It's not possible. He said, what's wrong? It's clean. It's neat. That was his favorite word. It's neat. So what's wrong with it? And Mama would say, no, this is not. So, he was...
So what would he do? Would he change?
He would change.
So Mama had that...
Mama had that...
influence on him?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So he would change. And when he went shopping, he was the easiest person to go shopping with. If he wanted to buy shirts, for court, as long as he got into the shop, they showed him the first shirt they show him. If it's his size, he will buy 12. Papa, people buy different styles, and no, he will just give me 12. This one. The same thing with shoes. His favorite shop was Bali. He said, I want a pair of black shoes, a pair of brown shoes, a pair of blue shoes, and all that. And the first one, as long as it fit his foot, he said, yes, this is it, give me 3 pairs. Because he always bought 3 pairs, one for each house.
Okay.
So, and I always used to say, Papa, you can't do this. How can you let them bring more? That's a complete...
Doesn't have that time.
No, that's a complete waste of time. This is good. What's wrong with it? What is wrong with this one? Give me 3 pairs.
He was more concerned about other things.
He was more interested in getting back to the hotel to read his books, because that's what he used his holidays to do: read books, write.
Read books, write.